Hello there, it's Tailz from Studio WyldFurr, here to do another Monday morning map build. Yay! So, let's get started. So I've made a template for myself. So let's go by 10 by 10 blank map template. Check that it's 72 color, and go OK. Now let's go to View, Show Grid, View, Snap to the Grid. I'll quickly just go to where I keep all my map tiles, and there we are. Okay, so from memory I'm building in... Oh, no, what I'll do is I'll go and do the... From memory I've got grass around the edge first, so let's go and grab some grass. Okay, so big areas, because it's a 2x2 area. Cool, here we go. So I'm going to do a corner. So it'll be a corner on the northeast of the building. And I'm just going to use 2x2 pieces from the Wilderness map tile set to just quickly build up this area around the outside. Because what I'm doing is I'm building the outside, or the surface building that people will go into before they go into the underground dungeon. And I'll probably also do like tower sections as well. Okay, so there's our grass. So let's create a folder. Call it ground. And we'll just grab all this, plonk it in there. In there. There we go. So it's now in our ground folder. So let's create a couple of extra folders. Put them above. So this will be our floor, the floor of our building. This will be our walls. And features. Features is if you're putting in furniture and other bits and pieces. Like I'll use that when I go and add parts to this building later on. But at the moment, let's just go and quickly whack through the walls, because we need a wall. We need a wall here and here, because this is the surface building. So let's go down here. I'm doing this in map tile 6. So we want the brick wall. Here we are. So I'm just going to quickly... So let me just check. I've got this on move selected layer. Good. And just start putting these down to build up. So I'm just quickly building the outer wall. Because once I've got the outer wall done, I can start to concentrate on the inner walls. So one of the ways I like to build adventure maps is I like to build all the walls first, and then I'll go down to and then I'll look at the internal structure. But if I've got an internal structure, like this will be my internal structure. If it's going to be encased in something, I'll sort of block out what's encasing, what's holding it. That way I know the area that I have to deal with and worry with. So just quickly getting this down. I hope everybody's having a good Monday morning. It's been a bit hectic here. I've been helping my sister and my mum are going on a trip to Europe. So it's been all hands go getting them off to the airport. And the usual, oh, before I go, can you do this? Oh, before I go, can you do that? Don't forget to do this. Okay, so I'm going to put a little end stone. Cornerstone, this one, just to cap off. So that's the outer edge done. Now I know I'm using, just for aesthetics, I'm using these corners, here and here and here. I then have a split here and here with doorways, which I'm using these corners, like that. I think it's actually here. Yeah, it's because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. In the right spot. Because then I can have everything sort of maps over it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then doorways. And then we're done. Done for this bit. Then I've got to work out what I'm going to do on the inside. So yes, today's been a hectic. Lots of running around. Oh my god, we're going overseas. Do we have everything packed? I've got to pack this and pack that. And oh, I've forgotten this. And one thing I didn't realize is if you're traveling overseas and you're on medication, as mum is, you have to have. There's some medications you can't really take across borders unless you've got paperwork. Lots of paperwork. Such as prescriptions. And I was quite amazed how much stuffing around it was. But anyway, just add these in. There we go. So, what am I going to do here? I did a curved bit last time, which I might do again. Because I can quickly add in the curve. So we'll go there, and then we have an outer curve. So this could be a big room. Which I won't connect. I won't connect this time around. I think before I had doorways here. But I don't think I'll do doorways this time. That way it sort of, it forces people to go around. Which means that they're exploring the map, which is a good thing. And it'll make this one rather quick to build. Which means I can make another one. And then this piece. Look, there we go. So that's an interesting little room. Then we'll have a large piece coming through here. So I want to have these big windows again. But I wonder if I should just have them closed. What I might do, so if I come back here, switch to pick, so I can grab that one, so I'll actually delete these out. Dunk, dunk, might leave this one closed. So that means if I want these to go into what layer? So these are going to the walls, but they have floor on them, so I want them to go into the floor. So there, and there. Whoops, that's another reason why I don't like undo. Don't like using this tool with the pick on it. It's because you accidentally pick up stuff. That one, which I think is correct. There we go. So then I would only need one of these here. Now this is an overlay, so technically I'm going to put it into my features. So grab that. Then I need to go layer, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Oh, hang on, that one's open. I want one that's closed, which is this one. There we go. Okay, so layer, transform 90 degrees clockwise, and then it goes in here. Now it looks a bit weird at the moment. If I zoom in, see how it's going to white? That's because I need to put the bricks of the wall it's over in there. So if I come along and I do, where is it, this side? Hello? There we go. Okay, so if I move this into place, there, and then there. There we go. So now it looks like it's in place, and it's this, but closed louvers, so there's no light coming through. Which means it is good. So if I zoom back out, so view, where is it? Zoom, fit in window. So I just have to quickly put these in, and then floor. So I'm in my walls folder, good. And it just, the tiles just snap into place, which is very good. Makes map building so much easier. It's just sometimes when I do a drag and drop, it doesn't quite recognize what I'm doing. There we go. So that's that section. Now it's the long and laborious task now of just filling in the floor. So we come back here, we go to brickwork floor, make certain we're out of the walls folder, out of all the other folders, but we're in our floor folder. That's where we want everything to go. And then just quickly build it up. So I'm going to have a rather boring floor for this big room, because what I'll do is I will add in, oh come on, there we go, I will add in like rendered tables and stuff later on. So I've the new Necrotech map tiles pack has actually been released. It's now out on Drive-Thru RPG. You can also find it on the Fantasy Ground Forge, and it is in the Moulinet marketplace for the Foundry VTT. but I'm also looking at the idea of joining Foundry VTT's new marketplace itself. So that might be something interesting in the future, since they have only just recently launched their own marketplace. I think it was a long time coming. That's good. Foundry VTT is growing, and it's giving all of the well-established virtual tabletops such as Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds a run for their money, as it is the platform is being very innovative. I just wish they'd pay me for my endorsements. But what have I got coming up this week? This month? This month I'm going to be working on the Trader's Way, which is the next module in my fantasy adventure world. The first module, which is mostly an introductory encounter to sort of introduce players to the world, that's already dropped. It's available through Patreon for Fantasy Grounds, Foundry VTT, and Roll20. It uses the Pathfinder 2nd edition rule set. Although if there are requests, I'll be more than happy to make a Dungeons and Dragons version of the adventure module. Now, this isn't... I might switch back to this. Grab this guy. Move him down in there. Oh, actually... No, actually, I might leave that there. Grab this guy. Go back to this. And create a folder. Put him in there. Call it pattern. This is going to a floor with a pattern, but I'll need to mask it around here. So let's do. So we're going to need this one. Need this one to go here, and then these to go across the top. Just like that. So yeah, the Trader's Way on my magical little puzzle world. The Trader's Way is the main trading route, that's why it's called the Trader's Way, between all the major settlements. And it goes right round the edge of the cube. Now you could theoretically traverse the entire surface of the cube using the Trader's Way, but it's forbidden to travel to the Western Empire. The Western Empire is considered lost. The gnomes lost contact with it a long while ago. They don't like to say why they lost contact with it, but they did. So they've forbidden all travel to the west. It is verboten. No travel to the west. Which obviously makes a lot of adventurers want to go west. They're like, what's out there? What don't you want us to see? There we go. So yes, a lot of adventurers end up going west and then they're never heard from again. I wonder why. Something's happened out west. Anyway, that's a teaser. But anyway, the large road, it has good traffic of traders going up and down the road. So it's a good way of navigating the world of the cube and staying mostly safe, because there are a lot of traders who will, if you get into trouble, stay on the road. There's going to be a trader through soon, on their way to somewhere else. They hopefully will help you, although a lot of them will probably tell you to naff off. So as the characters come down from the teleportation hub that they've just explored and escaped from, they'll discover the Trader's Way, and there will be a trade caravan on their way to the Principality of East, and they'll be offered a chance to tag along. There we go. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to hide this bit here. So we want to add a mask. Now I want to get a pencil. There we go. It's a bit small, so let's change its brush size. Now I want it to be drawing in white, because white will... Yep. And then we just put back in the bits that we want to see. So I want to see that bit. Here we go. But I want to see this there. Good. And we're pretty much done for that tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this one. If you're on my Patreon, you will be able to get a copy of this from the assets browser. So let me just save it. So save as. Now, where did I save all this? I put it into Dropbox, projects, and then endless dungeon crawl. Here we go. So, following my naming convention, so it's the ground floor. It's northeastern corner. That's the first one I've made. So it's 000. Save. Now I'm going to save out a JPEG. So export as. Go and collect. Okay, where's the JPEGs? Here we are. And we're in the right folder. Yep, it's called Northeastern Corner 001. Good. Excellent. So, no, let's make it quality 100%. Export. Okay, so that's a very simple little tile. I'll fill this in later on, but let's make a different one. This time, maybe I'll make a corridor and lots of little rooms. So let's start over. So I'm going to get rid of these folders, and then I'm going to create some new ones. So ground, floor, walls, features, where's my drink? Okay, so we've got ground, floor, walls, feature. Let's start with the ground. So I'll quickly build up that grass again. this. Then we want the grass expansion. Big grass areas. Now I'm just going to use the 3x3 tiles this time for something different. There we go. And just got some little bits to fill in. And just a single. This one. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Now, I just had an idea. Something interesting. Let's see if this works. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Go to our walls. Actually, where is it? Brick floor. I have a bit of an idea to use these and make an outdoor courtyard. So, back to the brick walls. So I'm only going to need to worry about these walls here, so out of the ground into the floor. Now this is where having interconnecting tiles is interesting, because I have to design for that interconnection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, like that. Same thing over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other side. Then we have the edge of the wall comes in here. Same thing over this side. Same thing over here, so it comes in 2. So if we then have that there, that there. So I'll put the doorways in, because that connects all of these tiles to other tiles. So we've got our connectors there, so I'll just quickly put the walls in here. There we go. So, if I just make a little rooms here, and then a courtyard area. So if I then do this, this over the other side, like that. I could then have... Now I'm not going to make these connected. So if I use small windows, like this, yeah. Oh, I'm putting everything in, putting my walls in my floor folder. That's not good. They should not be in there. They should be in my walls folder. There we go. But I do want these bits because they have the floor attached. I do want that in the floor folder. There we go. Same thing over this side. Then like that. So then, if I come back to my walls, finish putting the walls in. So this should make it rather interesting. So it's like 2 sitting rooms. Now the interesting question is, do I leave a gap here? I'm leaning towards leaving a gap so it's open, so you can get in and out. There we go. Like it'll be a big purpose-made sort of large courtyard area which goes into the building. And just like that. So now I need to block off these corners, so cornerstones and doorways. So we need... I'll actually use these sort of rounded ones. Here we go, for here. And then the squared off corners. So I need this one. Like that. And the same thing again over the side. Like that. There we go. So I'll actually put some because it would need support, so we'll make some round columns. So I'll make it here. So I'm going to create a folder. So this goes in there. And then we need the these will be supports. So, let's see if I can duplicate this. Yep. There we go. Now, let's see. Duplicate again. So this would need to go there. Like that. Oh, might do. Yeah. Hang on. There. So that's holding up the floor above. So now this will be interesting. Into our floor. Into the brickwork floor. But over to these tiles. See, I may have to redo the grass. So let's just have a tinker. So let's have this one. So the same over the other side. Just need a corner piece. And then come along like that. See how you can see the edging? That's why I may need to do the grass again, or I could mask it. I could fade a mask on there. I might actually do that. We'll see how we look. So where are we? Here we go. And then we could do something like this. Make it come out. So it comes out and back around. Oh, looks like we've got a... just a second. Oh, just got to fix something. And I'm back. Okie dokie. So, where was I? Yep, here. So we need a piece that will come back, like this one. Oh, I've already put it in. And then return. Like that. And then this piece. Look. There we go. And now we need these ones. And I'll do the same thing, make it have a bit come out. Actually, I might make it come in. Might do the opposite. Where is it? I need a piece like this. And I'll need this. Like that. And this one. Now I need a little corner piece. Where's the corner piece? This bit. There we go. So just like that. Now one thing I could do is I could try and mask this area. Let's see if that gives us what we want. So add layer mask. Add. Oops. Okay, so we want to go edit, fill with foreground color. So bring it all back. Then I want to use an airbrush in black and just decrease its size a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this. There we go. So what's happened here? It wasn't in the right spot. Back up here. Back to the airbrush. Actually, I might take snapping off for this. Do not snap to grid. Okay, let's turn the grass back on. There we go. Now the only thing I've got to fix up, so let's go snapping back on. So I need that to always show through. Same as over here. Because I've got this is part of the floor. Okay, so yeah, it looks alright. We may not need to redo the grass. Yep, that should have hidden that in nicely. Okay, so now back in the floor, let's go and fill out our floor. So let's come back to our brickwork. We'll just block out these rooms. Oops. Background color. And I'll probably need to do this as well. Edit, fill. So let's select none. So that should mask correctly now. Okay, back to our brickwork. There we go. I'll put a dot in the middle. I'll put a pink dot down here. Whoops, what's going on here? Something's being masked. It's being masked. There we go. And put that there. And grab one of the pink marble dots, like that one. And fill that in. Okay, now I'm going to use... So I'll do a regular through there, but then I'll use a textured, like the pattern, and I'll use the pink pattern. So the pink pattern's going to come out to there. Oh, going to need to extend the mask. Masks work a little weird in GIMP, I must say. I'm not 100% happy, turned on by the masking method that GIMP has chosen. Just personal choice. There we go. And there. Then we come back down the other side, which means I need these pieces. Like that. And this one. And then this one. And then we need a turn, which is this. Oh, hang on, I've already done that. I've just got to remask it. So back up here. Edit, fill, there. Select, none. And over the side. So that's our blocked in floor. So I'll put some of these, actually do the middle entirely in these pieces. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Dunk. I think there's 4 of these, yes. So just like that. And then there like that, and like that, and then like that. So that's our floor fully done. Just have to do out here now. And that will be this floor, or this tile, 2 tiles, done. With a little courtyardy area. Oh, one thing I found. This one's overlapping this, so I need to get that onto a lower layer. Come on down here. Put it right down at the bottom. There we go. And same with this one. This one needs to go right to the bottom. There. Excellent. Okay, so where were we? That one goes in there. So we now have sort of an outdoor courtyardy type area. And this could also be an entrance. And boom, boom, we are done. So zoom, fit in window. There we go. We've got a nice, interesting entryway or courtyard area to our building. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you'd like to see more, like and subscribe. I'm here, well, I try to be here most Monday mornings from about 10:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching.